The Bridges in Shreveport, Louisiana is an alternate neighborhood to an existing new urban development by the same developer. He wanted to create a different market, and we were able to provide him with a unique development for Shreveport, Louisiana. This is a gated community with more of a country flair, and the homes that are shown, like typical, are homes of the developer and of the local builders that he would be selling to. The entrance gates, the ones shown, is more of a stock entrance gates that we use. The actual entrance gates are stone that was built. The first phases of this development are built. It was engineered by Mike Shamsey of Landmark Group, who is a Land Mentor customer for a long time, and he's able to create better neighborhoods and better engineering by the use of our software. And typically, when we see a Land Mentor empowered engineer involved in a plan, that they're going to take more attention to detail on the engineering and making sure that these neighborhoods are built exactly as intended. Now, this neighborhood is very connected as far as the main trails. And again, typically we would design the main trails first and then design the neighborhood around it, which is what we did here. It's not so obvious from the street level, but we're going to go down this cul-de-sac at the southeast corner of the site. It's a fairly long cul-de-sac. Typically, this would not meet regulations, but because we're using the main trail as an emergency exit, we can get away with longer cul-de-sacs in areas where that would be a concern. The meandering walks add a lot of scale and a lot of character, and here you can see we're going down that straight walkway that can handle an emergency vehicle. Now, we decided in this one too to show the rear yard fencing. These would be wood fences, and we could replicate almost any material to give it more of a realistic view of what it would look like along these trails. But for the most part, when you're on the street, you're not seeing any of these fences, and if you do, it's very, very minor. You wouldn't notice them as you would in a conventional subdivision where you'd be exposed to a lot of home rears and a lot of home sides. Now, this is the main diffuser along the main street, and to explain, where this is located, we then go back to a view from an aerial view. And you can see what we're trying to do is create a neighborhood that we're maintaining flow. We're separating the pedestrian traffic and the vehicular traffic as much as possible. We're eliminating the monotony around the site. Here towards the park area and the amphitheater, we're flaring the homes so that you could see that park area from a pretty good distance from the street, and then it becomes more of a focal point than if the homes were lined up against the street, and then the homes themselves would be a visual block to that park area. So this is a really nice upper middle class neighborhood, and it's a real change in the Shreveport, Louisiana area from what's being built.